Hello YouTube, Martin13 here. Welcome back to another reaction video. Now this video is called Final Fantasy Location Cancelled plus Bellora's voice leaked. This is by AB Gaming. If you have not subscribed to them, then what the hell are you waiting for? Go subscribe to them. They are awesome. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go! Old intro, love it.
So it's been a crazy past 2 days for Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, and two things have really propped up. The really important thing from yesterday was that Bellora's voice was actually leaked.
It was indeed, and because of this, Five Nights at Freddy's sister location has been cancelled.
And that's it. So the sister location, guys, is done. Or is
Really?
it? So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is other Ryan here.
And guys, seriously, before we even get into this, yes, it does say cancelled due to leaks, but actually, this isn't saying the game's over. This makes complete sense, believe it or not, to the game's plot. So it's almost appropriate that the voice was leaked, and I think Scott wanted to do this from day one.
I think Scott actually leaked the voice himself just to throw in this plot, to be fair. It only makes sense, because this has worked too well.
Yeah.
I think he spoke to the voice artist before. Basically, guys, Bellora's voice was accidentally leaked, accidentally in quotation marks. Now, on a website where it seems like Scott casted the voice actors, you can see, like, they graded him for how he was as a client to work with. If you click on one of the person's profiles, it'll actually link, like, a demo sample of something they have done in the past. Now, this has actually been removed as of recording this video, but, however, the internet was quick to react, and they all have the downloaded version of Bellora's voice.
Yes, and, oh, wow, here's a clip of that now.
Yeah, it's best to play this before we dissect and say what it means.
Why do you hide inside your walls when there is music in my halls? All I see is an empty room, no more joy, an empty tune. It's so good to sing all day, to dance, to spin, to fly away. Is someone there? Is it time for the show? I can hear someone creeping through my room. Perhaps not.
So this was really interesting because it's the first time we've actually had a thing like this from Scott, and something he's incorporating in his games, really.
Yeah, I mean, I got to say as well, like, all of the voices in this game are kind of, like, poetic in a way. Like,
yes,
it seems like everything that is being said has a double meaning to it, or maybe we think it means something, but it means something completely different, and it just makes you think how it's going to be incorporated into the actual game.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to think the way that Bellora sings this as well, because it wouldn't really make sense. This is like a 50-second audio clip, and it all seems to kind of fit together continuously as one solid thing. Like, we couldn't hear this every time Bellora does, like, the smallest movement. That wouldn't really make sense.
Yeah.
This, it almost feels like a cutscene, and then how Bellora is again then startled at the end of this as to, like, us entering the establishment or wherever we may be.
This could be, like Ryan just said, a cutscene, but I think that more specifically it will actually be the elevator. I believe that the elevator is the cutscene to the start of each night going down. Maybe as each night begins, it's a different animatronic giving away parts of the story, maybe, or saying certain things that, I don't know, maybe it will be like Five Nights at Freddy's 3 in a way where they'll give hints to get a secret ending or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I actually think that what Scott's trying to do here, and this is all speculative as well, guys, we don't really know anything, we've literally just got this voice at the moment, but this might be like a way when you beat the night and you're going into night 2, for example, then this audio sample might play, or it might be like a one-time experience just before you enter the night, and then it almost might be a way to, like, have the calls come at you in the elevator, so that once you get in the office, you have no calls, you're just literally playing the game, you have to focus, and I guess it avoids as well constantly having to hear the same call every time you die.
Yeah, definitely.
So now we're going to be moving over to the new teaser image on scottgames.com, guys. So it literally just says cancelled due to leaks.
Yes, and this is very cleverly done, as we've said at the start, because this, if we actually brighten this image, we see like a news article in the background that we'll read to you now.
In other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been cancelled due to reported gas leaks in the building. Sources close to the establishment question the report, saying that strange activity around the area at night suggests something else is to blame.
One local is quoted as saying, "Everything just stops. There was so much excitement built around this place opening, and then they just stopped talking about it. There was only a handful of people that ever got a look on the inside. Kids from here and there, making sure everything worked right, you know. I guess they weren't quite as ready as they thought they were."
Okay, so hang on a second. I actually did write this entire thing down in one of my previous videos. So as you can see here, so I'm going to have a list here, missed words. So there's already have one where, so I should do it in bold. So let's see. So it was not room, it was room. It was not room, I'm gonna put equal, like, meaning. It was actually from, to, and then were. I actually got that, but it can't be missed. See, let me save that. Let's see, what else? Anything I missed?
Tenant from across the street claims to have witnessed a large group of cars surrounding the building during the night and large piece of equipment being taken out of the building under tarps. A few weeks later, the
under tarp, let's see. Being taken out of the building, let's see. Few pieces being taken out of the building. I actually did not, I missed that entire part. 3. Let's see, being taken out of the building. Out of the... So it's that same section, but out extra words. Wow, that's a lot I missed. Wow, that's disappointing.
The building was for sale.
There is no...
Few weeks. So the sale part... So instead of after that, it was actually... Then it was the building was for sale. Wow, that's a lot actually that I missed. I mean, it was hard to read, so...
No comment yet from the local entrepreneur who financed the venture.
And then this is in the source code, guys. If anything, it was just too soon for such an ambitious venture.
Oh.
There is still a bright future for Circus Baby, so be watching for her to appear at a neighborhood party near you. So there's a lot that actually can be derived from this. And it's actually kind of crazy because I personally think this is now telling the story of what happens before we even begin the sister location, because we've seen as well in the source code in the past where it said things like party accessories, baby, and all this stuff like a freaking, like a schedule where the night guard or the mechanic might be operating on these guys. And now really leaves the question like, so if we're not in the Circus Baby's Pizza World establishment, where the heck are we?
Yeah, because in the synopsis of sister location, actually says they're hiring for a late night technician. Now,
yes,
would this have been before the gas leaks or after? Like, because obviously they're saying that the equipment is being moved out by loads of people. So are we going to be playing in a new place that this equipment's been moved to, or was this article like a spoiler in a way as to what has already happened? I don't know. It's a strange one.
I believe personally that this has happened because if we look at all the teaser images we've had in the past as well, we generally see like loads of metal objects and all this stuff. As I've said before, you can associate this with like an old-fashioned science film where everything's overly technological, and I just think all the pipes and stuff, all it tells me, because it says that lots of cars were surrounding the building and loads of large equipment was removed, I personally think it was all taken to maybe like a warehouse or some other place of like storage. What really grasps my attention is the fact that there's lots of cars surrounding the building. I honestly think that this was a big inside job, because in this news article there's actually no comment as to where these animatronics went whatsoever.
Yeah, and obviously because it's the animatronics, we know that the animatronics belong to William Afton. So we know William Afton is the purple guy, and we know purple guy gets up to some mischievous things.
Exactly, and he's also a character we've really not heard that much about as an entirety. And it does bleed the questions, like, you know, the building's up for sale. Does that mean we will never ever see Circus Baby's Pizza World? Like, because I don't know, it almost feels like we've had this big hype about Circus Baby's Pizza World. The fact it's teased as well in the description on the Steam page, and then like, are we not going to see this? Is this just going to be like zapped away from us and something we'll never ever see in this game?
See, I personally believe that it is an inside job of some kind. I think that this article came after we actually play. I think that we are a late night technician in this Pizza World place,
Yeah.
and I think what's happened is they've covered up a murder. Maybe we get killed as the night guard with gas leaks, and that's why there's so many cars moving the animatronics out and maybe covering up this dead body or whatever is inside here. Because we know, obviously, the purple guy is a very mischievous man.
But here's a kicker. I've just thought about this as well. That might potentially make this seem like it is, in fact, the introduction. So what we could speculate here, and this is very speculative as well, guys, it says there was only a handful of people that ever got to a look inside. Kids from here and there making sure everything worked right, you know. Why would there be kids in Circus Baby's Pizza World? Wouldn't you want professionals to do this? This is what makes me think as well. We've had Afton teased in the source code as well on copious teasers. What about if the kids from here and there are his sons?
Oh, God, yeah.
That could be that maybe his sons saw this before. And this is, again, what I keep going back to the fact that this might be before. Because if this is after, then...
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that this guy has kids come in as well, that just goes to show, because obviously he's known for stuffing children into suits.
Exactly.
So something might have gone down there.
Exactly, and it's crazy. Another thing I want to really pick up on as well, how it says that Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been cancelled due to reported gas leaks in the building. In one of the past FNAF games, I'm not sure which one, in the source files, we could actually find a toxic meter and it was never used.
Yeah, that is very true. I believe that was in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. He was actually going to be using that. And I don't know how that would have actually worked within that game. But obviously, I don't know, if he's going to follow on from that, I guess it would work in this little game.
It'd be interesting as well, because we're hearing about, again, this gas leak. I mean, we've seen like a gas leak in FNAF 3 that seemed to make the night guard go a bit crazy, and we could always solve that, which is another interesting thing, because there's like leaking gas in that place as well, which leaves more questions than answers.
Yeah.
There's just like, there's so many things to cover here, and I think the most important one we should go back to is like what this warehouse might be and who might own this.
Well, like I said before, I believe that William Afton is definitely behind this, because we know that William Afton owns the animatronics.
Yes,
and
exactly.
the fact that the equipment has been moved out. They said equipment, but I believe that it was the animatronics, they've been moved out. Maybe, obviously we know he designs these animatronics, but why he would actually want to move them out is a mystery in itself. Maybe he wasn't getting paid enough for it, or maybe he had a different plan for these, or I don't know.
It could be a case, maybe, that even this was William Afton's actual establishment. And maybe there was a genuine problem here, and he's, like, taken them back, but maybe some stuff that we've not properly heard about yet has happened under the covers, aka why the heck Bellora is even able to have, like, a physical consciousness and know about us around. So it makes me think, like, if William Afton actually created these animatronics, what about if he's taken them back to, like, the place or the storage unit or the friggin' factory where these were originally created, and this is why he needs a mechanic?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
There's so many things as well we can actually cover from this, guys. Like, there's so many more different ways we could go with this. There's more ideas as well. But we've just briefed over them for the most part because this video is already extending way past the usual theory video. If you guys do want us to actually expand on the things we've spoke about, though, just let us know in the comment section and also raise some points as well because we can cover it in Theory Thursday. And if there's still even more left over, even after that for more theory videos.
Yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, why not leave a like rating down below? And if you're new to the channel, why not subscribe for more Five Nights at Freddy's sister location theories and indie games.
So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. We of course hope you did enjoy, and we will of course see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?
Excellent. I really did enjoy that. I'm gonna give a like right away. Yeah. So that was the video. I personally enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed me reacting to it. That's it. That wraps up today's reaction video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The thumbnail will be what it sort of was last time with this video's thumbnail, but with extra things added to it, of course. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the flip side.